So I was telling you guys this weekend also that I dropped my kid off at college this weekend.
So crazy.
And earlier this morning, I was describing his apartment complex and his apartment, which is just so incredibly different than what I grew up in, man. Like, my apartment had drywall that was missing. There were 6 guys that were crammed in. This thing it's like the W Hotel with the lobby and all that. But what I didn't share was kind of the emotional part of the whole weekend. Wow, it was harder than I thought it was going to be.
I bet.
And this isn't the first time I've done it. I did it with Hayden also. But I think because this is my youngest, and this may be the last time I have this experience. I mean, Ace is 5, but I don't know if I'm going to be around. I really don't.
Okay.
So dropping him off, first of all, I was very proud of my family. I will say that. Stacy was there. She was helping. Her boyfriend, Joe, was there also. They are in a loving, committed relationship. More about that later. Then I was there also. Amanda was invited to go, but she had Asa, and there was no way he was going to be able to handle this.
Yeah.
But she volunteered, and she was going to be there also. So to the point of co-parenting, it was absolutely awesome that we're in such a great space with each other, that we could joke with each other about it, that we could be there and we can experience this with our kid together. At the end of the day, we're still his parents, even though we're not married anymore. And that part of it was really, really exciting.
It was nice to see like all hands on deck helping Hollis, get into his first apartment for college.
Yep. And I will tell you this, remember that white glove service that I had hired that Amanda was mad at me because part of the college moving in experience is struggling together, is lifting the stuff off the truck and then bringing it on over to the elevator or to the stairs, right? And having to wait. She wanted that for us. And I hired a bunch of students. The apartment complex offers this service that the students will help you lift all your stuff up. And hell yeah, I was going to do it for $75. There were so many students and adults that showed up at the exact same time to this apartment complex. The line was so long that even the apartment complex was saying, we'll give you your $75 back. Do it yourself. So we did it ourselves.
Wow.
So she got what she wanted. So we're lifting all this stuff up. And we're bringing him to the apartment. I was reminded that when Stacy gets focused, moving, and when Stacy can handle logistics, stand the F back because she's so intense. And I don't want to say control. She just takes control of the situation, right?
She takes charge.
So I and the rest of us really were like muscle, and then Stacy was organizing everything. So we bring all the stuff up. We have more furniture, I think, and more stuff than that little apartment could even hold. And it's really weird what happens. And I don't know if this is just a me thing being sentimental or if the movies do a really good job of this. But as I was moving him in, this is going to sound really stupid. It almost...
Are you getting choked up?
It's almost like I was flashing back to all of the moments when he was younger.
Oh.
And even though I've got like this grown man in front of me who's 18 years old now, and he's moving into his college apartment. But as we were moving in, I was like flashing back to him in like his Little League uniform for the first time, or holding a bat for the very first time, or a play that he was in, or the band that he was in, or just I could see this little boy moving into an apartment complex before my mind would flash back to reality that this is my son and he's going to college and he's not coming home tonight, So, let me compose myself here for a second. I didn't do this in front of him, by the way, just at the very end. So we're moving him in and Stacy's organizing everything, and he's never done an Instacart order before. So I thought, all right, dad and son will do an Instacart order. So I'm telling him what to order. He's asking me what is healthy for him and what is not. And I'm like, dude, forget about health right now. This is about survival. Okay. So we do his Instacart order, and it's so intense in that place. And there's so much going on. There's another mom in there also, and there's so much going on. And Hollis is shaking his head. He's like, this is so intense. And I'm like, I know, I feel it, man. And he goes, look, Dad, if you need to leave early, I could totally understand it. There's really nothing else for you to do here. And I said, thank you, son, I'm leaving. So I said goodbye to everybody. I hugged Stacy. We took a couple of pictures together. And then I walked down the hall with him and I said, hey, come with me. And I got to the elevator and I hugged him. And I said, look, dude, the next 4 years of your life are going to go by so fast. And after college, the window to have this kind of freedom and this kind of fun starts to go away a little bit, man. So for 4 years, have a blast. Do what you're here to do and get good grades and have a blast. Enjoy this every moment of it, right? So he hugged me, and then he said to me words that I really wanted to hear because I wasn't expecting to see him until I go up to Athens whenever. I'm just going to come home tomorrow.
Are you kidding?
So he drove down from Athens yesterday, and he went to church, and then he came over and visited. So that made it easier. But as he left he saw me start to choke up like I just did. I just couldn't keep it together. So it was a beautiful, it was a beautiful experience. But dang, my kid's going to college, man.
The Bert Show.